The truth about what was found on Oak Island was never supposed to be seen by the public. It was meant to stay hidden until the team confirmed everything with experts, tested every sample, and understood every detail. But that did not happen. Instead, someone leaked the information early. The leak spread fast, and now every person who follows the mystery knows that something huge is coming in Season 13. This is not just another small artifact or piece of wood pulled from the ground. This is something that does not belong in North America. Something old, coded, built with knowledge far beyond anything people expected to find. And now, the whole Oak Island story has changed. The leak clamps, the team found something that could rewrite the entire timeline of early explorers. It could prove that someone with advanced knowledge traveled to the island long before Columbus, long before the Vikings, and maybe even before many ancient civilizations disappeared. The find is old, engineered with skill, and protected with traps and symbols that seem to hide a message. No one agrees yet if this message is a warning or a clue, but everyone agrees that the discovery is unlike anything the team has ever seen. The leaked report begins with what happened during the off-season scans of the garden shaft. The team was not filming for the show. They were only checking the area before the new season began. They ran a sonar scan deep underground to see if anything had shifted or collapsed. But what they saw on the screen did not match anything in their records. The shape was too perfect, too sharp, too engineered. It did not look like a natural space. It did not look like broken wood or scattered stones. It looked like a room. The readings showed a rectangular chamber about 10 feet wide and 15 feet long at a depth of more than 140 feet. That depth is extreme. The pressure, the water, and the natural force of the ground should have crushed anything man-made. But this chamber was still standing. It was clean. It was lined. It was protected. And that alone shocked everyone. If this room was built centuries ago, how did it survive? What kind of knowledge did the builders have? And why go through so much trouble to hide it at that depth? The leak says the team ran the scan again. Then they ran it a third time. Each scan showed the same thing, a perfect human-made room with 3 large objects inside it. These objects had extremely high density readings, not wood, not stone, something heavy, something sealed, something shaped like chests or containers. The sonar even captured the outlines of the objects sitting neatly on the chamber floor. But the most unbelievable part of the scan was not the room or the objects. It was the thin layer covering the entire inside of the chamber. According to the leak, the chamber walls were coated with a metallic material, not natural metal, not random debris, a uniform, thin metallic layer that protected the chamber from water and pressure. The team took core samples from the surrounding soil. When the samples came back, they showed the presence of a strange alloy. This alloy kept the chamber sealed and untouched. It acted like a shield. This changed everything instantly. This was not a pirate hideout. This was not a gold mine or a simple bunker. This was a time capsule built by people with knowledge far beyond anyone expected on Oak Island. The metal was so strong and so old that historians could not match it to any group known to be in North America at that time. Then the analysis got even stranger. When the samples were tested further, the results showed something almost impossible. The metal coating inside the chamber was a lead-silver alloy. This alloy was extremely rare. It was used by a specific group of people with advanced engineering skills. It was used by the Romans. This is where the entire Oak Island mystery exploded. If the chamber is lined with a Roman alloy, then someone with Roman technology and knowledge was on Oak Island long before modern recording of history. This supports older discoveries that many people brushed aside, like the Roman pilum head found years ago, or the Roman coin dated back to the Roman Empire. For a long time, people said those finds must have been dropped by accident or brought by later travelers. But now, with a Roman-style chamber underground, these objects look like markers left behind by a planned mission. This changes the idea of who came to the island.
It suggests that it was not just explorers, sailors, or treasure hunters. It implies that someone with wealth, engineering skill, and power organized a massive construction operation on the island long before Columbus set foot in the New World. But why would Romans build something here? How would they reach this place? And what were they hiding? The leak suggests that the people who built this chamber may not have been pure Romans, but a later group who carried Roman knowledge and artifacts into the future. Some believe the Knights Templar, the mysterious warrior-monk group from the Middle Ages, may have inherited ancient knowledge from the fall of Rome. The Templars were known for engineering, secret codes, and sacred relics. They protected powerful items and guarded secrets. Some believe they traveled across the sea long before Columbus and left behind structures and clues. What makes this idea more believable is the placement of the chamber. The leak states the chamber is not located in the original money pit. Instead, it is located at a spot that lines up perfectly with a point on Nolan's cross, a geometric pattern on the island. The chamber's location fits into the cross design, not at the center, but at one of the outer alignment points. This suggests the builders used the cross design to hide something important, something only trained people could understand. This leads to a stunning theory. The chamber is not the main vault. It is a decoy, a ritual chamber, a warning room, a protector chamber, something built to distract treasure hunters, to delay intruders, and to keep the real treasure safe. The traps, floods, and collapse systems of the money pit suddenly make more sense. What if the money pit is not the pathway to the treasure? What if it is only a false trail meant to keep people away from the real vault? The leak suggests the real vault could contain something sacred, something the Templars would never leave unguarded. Not gold, not jewels, but relics. Historical relics, religious relics, objects that could shake beliefs, rewrite history, or challenge old truths. But for now, the only thing confirmed is the existence of the chamber, the alloy, and the possible chests inside it. Season 13 will focus on reaching this chamber physically. It will be the most complex, expensive, and dangerous dig they have ever attempted. Not because of the depth alone, but because the chamber must be reached without breaking the metal lining. If they damage the lining, water could rush in and destroy everything. And this is only the beginning. The more people looked at the leak, the more questions began to rise. If this chamber was really made with an ancient Roman-style alloy, then someone brought that knowledge across the ocean long before any known explorers. This idea alone is enough to turn history upside down. But the leak did not stop there. More information came out from the same source, hinting that the chamber may not be the only structure hidden underground. According to the claims, there could be additional tunnels, side rooms, or even a second chamber deeper below. If that is true, then Oak Island might be hiding a full underground complex, not just one vault. The team has always believed that the island was changed by human hands. The shape of the land, the way the soil is mixed, the strange stones arranged in patterns, all of it suggests a plan. But this new chamber takes that idea to a whole new level. It suggests not just planning, but engineering so advanced that even modern experts struggle to understand how it was done. How did people from centuries ago dig down more than 140 feet without machines? How did they move heavy materials through narrow shafts? And most of all, how did they hide it so well that even modern equipment had trouble detecting it until now? As the team prepares to explore the chamber, they know the risks are higher than ever. A structure that old, buried that deep, could collapse at any moment. One wrong move could cause the entire chamber to cave in, destroying whatever is inside and putting lives in danger. That is why they must take their time. Every step needs to be careful. Every decision must be exact.
There is no second chance once they break through the top of the chamber. But with danger comes excitement. This is the moment the team has been working toward for years. Even if the leak is only partly true, the possibility alone is enough to change the entire direction of Season 13. The focus will not be on searching anymore. It will be on reaching, opening, and studying this underground room. Every camera, every expert, every machine will be centered on this one goal. Some fans believe the team will not show everything on screen. They think certain parts of the discovery might be too important, too controversial, or too world-changing to reveal fully. Others believe the team will show everything because the truth deserves to be known no matter how big the shock is. But the truth is simple. Nobody knows what will happen when they open that chamber. It could be empty. It could hold gold. It could hold sacred relics. Or it could hold something nobody has even imagined yet. This uncertainty is exactly why the leak changed everything. Before this, people thought the mystery might end with a few coins or some old wood. Now, there is a real chance that Oak Island holds a secret with global importance. A secret that could explain lost knowledge, ancient travel, and hidden groups that moved quietly through history without leaving clear records. A secret so strong that it could send shockwaves through universities, museums, and historians around the world. But while all of this is happening on the island, the fan community continues to dig deeper into the mystery with their own tools. Many fans are convinced that the chamber is only one piece of a bigger puzzle. They believe there is a pattern connecting the stone pathways, the cross, the strange carvings, and the old maps. They believe the chamber is not the end. It is the beginning, a doorway, not a destination. Some fans even argue that the chamber's location proves the money pit was never meant to be found. It was always a distraction, a trap to pull explorers away from the real path. If that is true, then the last 200 years of searching were guided by the very system meant to confuse everyone. The drills, the digs, the collapse, all of it might have been part of the original plan set by the people who built the island's secret system long ago. The idea of a decoy is not new, but this chamber gives it new wake. If you wanted to hide something truly priceless, a sacred relic, a lost text, a powerful object, you would not bury it where everyone expects it to be. You would hide it somewhere only the most determined explorers could ever find. Somewhere protected by codes, symbols, and structures that would take centuries to understand. And if the chamber is only the first step, then the real treasure might be much deeper, hidden behind more traps and more layers of ancient engineering. That is why Season 13 will be so important. It will not be about guessing anymore. It will be about uncovering, analyzing, and confirming what lies beneath the island. The team will need new gear, new experts, and new strategies. They will also need patience and courage, because the deeper they go, the stranger the island becomes. Every answer leads to another question. Every discovery opens another path, and every piece of the puzzle changes the story. As the fans wait for the season to begin, the excitement is higher than ever. Thousands of people are watching every leak, every rumor, every clue. They are comparing notes, sharing ideas, and building new theories every day. In a way, the Oak Island mystery is no longer just for the team. It belongs to the world now. Anyone with an internet connection can join the hunt, study the maps, and look for patterns that others missed. And sometimes, the fans find things the team did not see. A small detail in an old map, a shape in the ground visible only from space, a forgotten symbol in a medieval text. Every new discovery, no matter how small, adds another piece to the growing picture. What makes the mystery so powerful is that it asks the same question to everyone. Why would someone go through this much work to hide something? Why build tunnels? Why build traps? Why bury objects so deep? Why use rare alloys and advanced methods? Why carve symbols into the land itself? People do not go to this much trouble for common treasure. They do it for something that could change the world. And that is why Season 13 might be the most important one yet. Not because it is another year of searching, but because it might be the year everything finally comes together. The year the island reveals the truth it has held for centuries. The chamber may be the key that unlocks the entire mystery, or it may be only another step on a much longer path. Either way, the team is ready, the fans are ready, and the world is watching. The discovery of the chamber also raises questions about the people who built it. Who were they? How did they know so much about engineering, metalworking, and architecture? Theories point to a group with advanced knowledge, possibly linked to Roman engineers or secret societies like the Knights Templar. This is not a theory pulled from imagination. The Roman-style metal lining, the precise measurements, and the geometric alignment with known markers on the island suggest planning that spans generations. Whoever created this chamber understood materials, angles, and protection. They knew how to ensure the chamber would survive for hundreds of years. That knowledge could not have been common in the centuries before Columbus, which makes the discovery even more remarkable. Experts who have seen the leaks are divided in their opinions. Some believe this could be proof of ancient contact between Europe and North America that history has overlooked. Others think it might be the work of later settlers, perhaps using older artifacts or knowledge as inspiration. Still, the physical evidence, the metal lining, the density of the chests, and the size of the chamber points to something far older than what most people can imagine. The weight of the evidence is enough to make historians pause. If proven real, it may force a rewrite of the history books, not just about Oak Island, but about early exploration in North America. While the history debate rages, the team is preparing for the next stage of excavation. The first challenge is reaching the chamber safely. It is buried over 140 feet underground, beneath layers of soil, clay, and rock. Any misstep could collapse part of the shaft or damage the chamber itself. The team is using advanced sonar, ground-penetrating radar, and carefully designed drilling methods to ensure they break through without causing destruction. Every measurement is double-checked. Every soil sample is studied for stability. This is not a rush job. The chamber must be approached with precision and care because centuries of history depend on it being preserved intact. Once the team reaches the chamber, they will face another set of challenges: opening it. According to the leaks, the interior is lined with a metal alloy that has survived intact for hundreds of years. That means the doors, walls, or lids could be heavy, tightly sealed, or even booby-trapped. It is possible that the original builders wanted to protect whatever was inside from anyone who was not meant to access it. The team will need special tools and techniques to open it safely without damaging the interior. The stakes are high, and the tension is greater than anything they have faced before. The potential contents of the chamber have sparked endless speculation. Heavy chests, ancient relics, and possibly sacred objects are all possibilities. If the chests contain gold or silver, it would be valuable in a financial sense. But more likely, the objects could have historical, religious, or cultural importance that outweighs any monetary value.
Mystery. Every item could tell a story about the people who built the chamber, why it was hidden, and what they considered so important that they went to such lengths to protect it. Fans online are dissecting every image, video clip, and map released in the leaks. Some are using computer programs to analyze geometric patterns on the island, searching for hidden alignments. Others are studying old texts, historical shipping logs, and documents that may hint at a lost expedition. Every week, new theories appear. Some are reasonable, some are wild, but each one contributes to a larger understanding of the mystery. The online community has essentially become a second research team working alongside the main crew. Their efforts show that the Oak Island mystery is bigger than just the people digging on the ground. It is now a global investigation, with thousands of minds piecing together clues from centuries of history. The chamber may also explain many of the smaller discoveries over the past seasons. Roman coins, ancient tools, and other unusual artifacts found on the island could now be seen as part of a larger pattern. They may have been markers or evidence left behind by the original builders. Items that seemed random before may now be clues pointing to this hidden chamber. The discovery connects the dots between decades of digging, speculation, and analysis, giving a new purpose to findings that previously seemed disconnected. One of the most fascinating aspects of the leak is the suggestion of a double-chamber system. The outer chamber may be a decoy or protective barrier, while the inner chamber holds the most valuable items. This concept fits perfectly with historical practices of secret societies and advanced engineers. Decoy chambers would deter intruders, protect sacred objects, and ensure that only those with the correct knowledge could access the true treasure. If this theory is correct, the outer chamber is only the beginning, and the real discoveries lie deeper beneath the island. The discovery also changes the stakes for the team. Until now, Oak Island was a treasure hunt with some historical elements. Now it is a mission with possible global historical significance. Every step, every measurement, every core sample has the potential to rewrite what the world knows about North America's history. This is no longer about money or fame. It is about uncovering truths that have been hidden for centuries and understanding the people who built this mysterious complex.
Discovery has never been higher. The deeper the team digs, the greater the risk. They have to balance their desire to reveal the chamber with the possibility of collapse or other dangers. Every move is calculated. The team has learned from previous mistakes, and they know that even a small misstep could endanger years of research. Yet, the excitement is undeniable. They are on the verge of uncovering something that could change the world's understanding of history. Even the timing of the leaks is curious. Why now? Why would someone release information about the chamber before the team is ready? Some believe it is a strategic move to alert the public, forcing the production team to act quickly and focus on this discovery. Others think it could be a warning, hinting that certain powers may be aware of the chamber and want to control who accesses it. The truth is unclear, but the leak has undeniably accelerated the pace of the investigation and focused attention on the chamber more than ever before. The excitement on the island is palpable. Every crew member knows that the upcoming stages could change history. Rick and his team are not just digging for treasure anymore, they are uncovering a story that has been hidden for centuries. Each day begins with careful planning. Engineers review the soil layers, structural specialists analyze the chamber's stability, and historians examine the potential artifacts that could be recovered. No one takes a single step lightly, because the risk of damaging the chamber or its contents is too great. Every piece of equipment, from the drills to the sonar devices, is checked and double-checked. This is not a typical excavation. It is a delicate operation that blends archaeology, engineering, and history into one complex mission. The chamber's depth alone presents a challenge. Over 140 feet underground, the team must navigate through soil layers that have been compacted for centuries. Natural water pockets, soil instability, and previous collapses in the money pit area all add to the danger. Engineers have created special shafts with reinforced supports to prevent collapses. Drill operators use highly sensitive machinery that can detect changes in density, pressure, and vibration. Even small variations in the soil can indicate potential hazards. The team has learned to read these signals carefully, because rushing or misinterpreting them could destroy not only the chamber, but also the historical information hidden within it. The possibility that the chamber is Roman or Templar in origin adds a new level of significance. Roman engineers were known for precision, durability, and innovation. If these leaks are accurate, the builders of the Oak Island chamber applied the same principles. The lead-silver alloy lining is particularly important. This type of metal was rare and expensive, requiring knowledge that would have been lost or closely guarded for centuries. Its presence suggests that whoever built the chamber was wealthy, educated, and deeply concerned with preserving whatever was inside. The objects within might not just be valuable, they could represent a direct link to civilizations thought to have no connection to North America at this time.